Well, time to end the series. As you mostly are aware, Daggerwin and Chainsaw have finished the last episode, episode 100, and well, they didn't want to say 101, so they did 100 plus 1. They, I think, made it up to about $5 million. Okay, so let's go and get all this. So they made it to about $5 million from memory. Plus, they have a lot of the land and their fabric production and all that sort of stuff to sell as well. I have set up all my, as you're aware, I've set up everything to sell, so they don't have any anything left that does not need to be sort of kept here. It's all production is ready to sell. I have set up all my I haven't fed the sheep now. I've slept, went through a couple of months and done all that, and no okay, why aren't you picking that one up? Loading areas full. Well, that's interesting. I didn't realize that it was full. Okay, so we're gonna go and sell all of this. As you see, my wool thing is going crazy. Now I am at $40 million, and easily I've got $10 million here to sell. But before we go through selling all this stuff, I am going to normal pallets, eggs, sheep, everything is full. Even though, like I said, I have not fed any more of my animals. After sleeping, I thought, you know what, there's not much point. There's not much point me, what, it doesn't sell here? Does it sell over here? Is this why I placed you on? No. Okay, well that's strange. Where would it sell? I didn't want to do this, but looks like we're gonna have to go back. Oh, you know what, maybe I can just put it into here. Maybe it will sell over here. Yeah, so like I said, there's no doubt about it that there is no way that they will catch up to me, type of thing. Okay, no. Come on, you gotta sell somewhere. Is this why I've got you? You're gonna sell here? Oh, yes. Okay. But I'm still gonna sell all the wool and all that sort of stuff, and gonna try and sell everything. It's kind of sad to see, even though I didn't make it to episode 101 like Daggerwin did and Chainsaw. That's simply because in the beginning I was way ahead. Then I went on holiday, slowed down, decided, you know, I'm not gonna sit around and okay, you know, be so much ahead. I think at one stage I was like 5 or 6 or 7 episodes ahead of them, and then like I said, I went away, and then all of a sudden, boom, I am. Okay, you're not going to sell there. Boom, you're not going to sell there either. Okay, so we're going to have to find a way to sell you. So yeah, so I've tried my best to try and catch up, to try and sort of get to episode 100 plus 1, to sort of use their analogy. But yeah, no chance. And no chance purely because I mean, until FS25 comes out, I could easily you know, hang around and try and get to the episodes that need to get to episode 101, but there's not much point. There is absolutely no way that they would catch up to me, so it kind of makes no point me even doing it what I'm doing right now. Realistically, I could make this episode a couple of minutes and just say, hey, this is how it was, and Bob's your uncle type of thing, and that's it. But I thought, you know what, let's try and sort of make it more memorable. After all, this is one of the very last episodes of FS22. It has been a long one because, as you're aware, they did not come to FS24. I would have, honestly, from my point of view, I would have liked to see Farming Simulator change to the 22, 24 instead of going back to the uneven numbers. But hey, it wasn't to be. That's fine. Now, I don't really want to delete this game. Not that I'll probably come back to it, to be really honest, because I tried it with FS19 and 20, 19 or 17, one of them I tried it, where I thought, you know what, I'll keep a map that I really enjoyed playing, and every now and then I'll come back to it. And I remember going back to it once, and I thought, wow, it's so different. It's so like, wow, it just cannot be the same. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, chances that I'm going to want to come back to it are fairly slim. Once you get into FS25, very, very unlikely that we're going to come back to it and say, hey, I'm going to come back and keep playing type of thing, FS25 and FS22 at the same time. Okay, well, I'm not going to bother with that. Now, I have all my... Okay, I'm going to have all my fields. Well, they're not ready to harvest. But as you can see, like if you remember last time, I easily have $1 million in there, easy, in production. So yeah, need I say any more than that? I enjoyed playing this map. It's the very first time I think that I made it to so many episodes in a map, and actually enjoyed it. I've done some other series that I've made it, to 20-30 episodes, but it got to a point where it wasn't really enjoyable after a while. Oh, what am I doing? I am just realized that I'm in speed 1, and it wasn't enjoyable after a while, which was like kind of like, yeah, just get it done type of thing. But this was actually enjoyable, maybe because it was a competition competing against Daggerwin and Chainsaw, or maybe because the setup of the map came up so good that was actually quite enjoyable to play the map. One or the other. But I would sort of bet more on the latter. But the map was good, and the map did come up pretty good, a lot better than what I would have expected, to be really honest. And the mods that we had in FS22 were so good. They were so enjoyable. Oh, come back. I can only pick up the one. It was so enjoyable. Like, look at this animal enclosure. The fact that you can have animal that has no fences and all that. And they came up so good the way they came up on this particular part of the map. I would have loved to play this map as a multiplayer, like with such big fields. And I hope when Daggerwin and Chainsaw do come back to a challenge again, and if they choose to play again together like they did now, I hope they go a little bit more towards like these massive fields. And I hope they don't go again with having exactly the same thing. If you remember, they started with exactly the same equipment, both of them. I don't know why they did that, because realistically, no farmer, imagine that there's a farmer out there, say 2 brothers that farm. Nobody would actually go to the point and say, hey, so nobody gets upset, we're going to have exactly the same tractor, exactly the same everything. It's just not done. So I truly hope that if they do decide to come back to it, that they don't go down the path of saying, hey, we're going to do exactly the same thing, exactly the same tractors. It would have been nice to see them playing on map with humongous fields, after all, you know, they're very good at doing what they do, and it would be nice to sort of have the have them play with like the bigger equipment. You know, it'd be nice to see them finish with like 40-50 million dollars, in my opinion anyway. Let me know what you think. Maybe you disagree, but it'd be nice to see them, you know, succeed and go through all this, you know, successfully, instead of I mean, don't get me wrong, $5 million in a farm, that's successful, especially since they took it really, and look, all my cells are sort of gone through. They sort of really took the you know, the creating good content thing very serious. Probably that's the best way to say it. And you know, as a YouTuber, obviously that has to be a priority. I did my best to sort of create as good as content as I can with just me being solo type of thing. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this series. Let me know things that maybe you think, hey, you should have changed that, you should have done that a little bit different, you know, and stuff like that. Okay, what else do we have here? That's full. Okay. Looks like we picked up a traveler. Okay. Now I'm gonna save this and then sell everything. I'm curious to see how far ahead we are. Okay, let's go here. Now, just checking all my production, making sure that everything is set up to do what it needs to do. Okay, flour, that's bread. Milk, do I have milk? I have no milk here, so deactivated. No point in doing anything. Yeah, I've got some eggs, but yeah. So you got bread, flour. So I need to make flour. Okay, so we're making flour. Are we making bread output? Where are we? Yeah. Oh, don't store it. Sell it. Okay, we're distributing flour. That's fine. Still distributing fabric. That's fine. Wow, I got milk galore here. So butter. We got milk and cheese. We got milk. So what's happening with butter and cheese? Now I don't want to sell everything. And cheese, sell. What else do I have here? A bit of fabric, a lot of wool. Wow, I got a lot of wool. Okay, butter. What would I be making out of butter? Oh, butter. Okay, we can just do butter, that's fine. So everything else is set up to, where is my, okay, where are you? Everything else is set up to sell, so let's sleep. We'll wake up at 9. What? No. Ah, you're kidding me. Okay, sleeping is currently not possible. Okay, so let's save it once more. Autosave interval off. So I want to sort of keep it here just in case. So I'm going to sell all the equipment to start up with. I'm not even going to bother with. I know you can. So you got 40 million for 40,400,000. I know you. If I took it in, I would sell it and get another 20% on top of that. But that's fine. I'm not going to bother. Okay, so we went from 40,400,000 to 44,400,000. So technically, we got $4 million for all the equipment that we have. Now imagine if I put 20%, that's another 800,000. So we'd be at 800,000, 45,200 something thousand dollars. Now I've got all the production and all that sort of stuff to sell. I don't know if I actually want to sell all that. I know Daggerwin didn't. So let's sleep and get rid of the rain, get better weather. That's a long sleep. Oh, not again. I'm not gonna. I don't have anywhere to collect the wool and all that sort of stuff. So, I mean, so what are we? What's the value of this? 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. So what's that? 350, 400,000, 450, 550. Say 600,000, 700,000, 800,000. So assuming that that's 900, so let's say 800,000, 100, 160, 220, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. So roughly 800,000 per line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got what? 1.6 million, 3.2, 4.6, 4.7 million, right? So you got 800,000 times 6 equals. So $4.8 million in land alone. And then we got factories and all that sort of stuff that's still going on. So if I were to add, so easily we would break $50 million. So I would say that this has been a highly successful, still producing mayonnaise as well. Still, we're still producing wool, but do we have food? We got no more food. So animals are dying. No, they're sleeping. Anyway, have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this series. You know, I would say it's been a successful series. I'm hoping that you agree with me. And if you do agree with me, you know, consider subscribing and supporting my channel. Hopefully, all the people that have supported my channel so far enjoy this. If you have any suggestion, feel free to write them down. And you know, I'll maybe look into some other maps, just sort of a little bit, sort of looking around, and then we'll get into FS25 when it comes up. On that note, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.